Yes, welcome back, baby. We are here. It's the Belle, honey.
Take care, baby.
So you know I got to lean in.
Oh, you're not your face stuck.
Did you take care, baby?
Maria,
Man.
I understand how you feel. I'm dealing with a bitch rooted in Tampa Charade.
Oh,
Welcome on
yeah.
back to Tampa Charade. Welcome back to
Rooted in timber
um
straight with a big ass tool skirt, skirting out of the gala,
hiding the
wobbling
baby.
out.
Oh my God, y'all. We're gonna get into it. We have the last two episodes of the Bell Collective. Thank you guys for rocking with us through season 3 and season 4. Catch. And we're gonna give you these last two episodes. We're gonna go right to that reunion. And we're gonna give you the best that we've got. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Sammy. Thank you, Asia, for coming on aboard. All of us here, all of the Bells are here together for one of the first times. I think all four of us have done it together. So
We
we're
were
just
all
gonna get right
invited to the
into it.
Capitol.
Come on, the
Yep.
final four. Oh, we all got invites. Nobody's left out.
No Marie here.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I kind of felt like Maria at the beginning of the show, but it is all right. It's all right. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe. Make sure that you guys, leave comments in the group chat. Excuse me, in the group chat section, and let us know why you think that Sammy down there is having a fireworks show. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, with that being said, we'll
Do it.
also go ahead and get the reunions back to you guys. Excuse me, back on Monday
Hand
afternoon.
wave. I can't.
Okay, anyways, that being said, we got two episodes to get through, so let's just go ahead and get right on into it. We catch back up with Tambra and Letitia having added at the barbecue, and she says that Tambra did not want Aikisha in the group message, and it was 2 years ago, and she's over it. Aikisha just needs to stand in her S. Aikisha and Tambra say, "Do you hear that? I think it's my background. I'm sorry, guys."
Go ahead.
Aikisha and Tambra say, "Latrice." It is my background. The perks of staying in an industrial area. Sorry, guys. Akeisha and Tambra say that Latrice admitted to them that a play was set up in order to make Latrice. Excuse me, Latrice said that Akeisha. Oh my God, I'm all over the place. Latrice told Aikisha and Tambra about the play that everyone was in on in order to ensure that Aikisha was not welcomed into the group message and Tambra was the person to take the fall for it. No one really believes that that's the truth, most especially Letitia, because Letitia knows that Tambra was definitely in on the scam or whatever you want to call it, the play. Willie and JJ have their rib off, and Willie wins with his allegedly store bought ribs. And that is the end of the barbecue. I'm sorry, I was all over the place, guys. It's my first show back, and I've been on vacation for quite some time. So just give me some time, and I'll get
Not
right back
looking
into
like
it.
Monday.
Okay. But that being said, since you want to go ahead and talk, Asia, what you thought about the rest of that barbecue?
It gave like whatever. Somebody else.
Hey,
Uh,
I mean, for me, the only interesting that came out of it was, Letitia admitted that there was some kind of play involved. Like she kind of admitted that. Um, Tamper saying I'm 99.9. Look, baby, I know what I said and what I didn't say. So I'm 100% sure when I know I didn't say something. So she don't get no pass from me there either.
hmm.
Yeah. The only thing I got from there was that I no longer believe Latrice. I believe that what happened is what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you think,
I
Chase?
never believed Latrice.
Oh,
Ever.
Mm.
It was mighty convenient that it came out when she was upset with uh Letitia when she's known this information all this time, allegedly, and has never told anybody about it. So when you're on Mad Day, that's just what she. I don't
We always say you
listen.
can't trust people like that who only don't. don't tell me what was done against me just because you mad at the other person involved.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't trust you no more because you was. If you never fell out with them, I still wouldn't know this. So no, I'm good.
Period.
But Tambra just needed an ally, so she took it because nobody else was messing with her.
And what made me really believe Latrice is once again, like we know Tambra's pregnant, but she did not go to bat for herself. She had to get up out of there before she couldn't deny it anymore, and the colors would start flying because the way Letitia was adamant about this is what was said, because I even said some stuff too.
That's what made me believe her when she threw
That's
herself
what it
in there.
was.
Because we know Letitia can't act. We seen that commercial, so she was serious. She meant what she was saying at that
You mean we see her scenes with Glenn, the setup
Yeah,
scene.
we saw her husband.
So let me just say that you mean to tell me that my word for it is not good enough?
Chase, move on.
Yeah.
No, I ain't moving
Take
on
care,
today.
baby.
I'm not. It's the finale.
Take care.
We're gonna
Take
no,
care,
we're not.
baby.
We're gonna get to it today because I've been said. I'm about to hop in this seat like Marie was in that last finale episode when she was mad. She was hopping. We're gonna get to it anyway.
Huffing
Let's
and
move right
puffing,
along.
ready to fight.
No, but no. You know what? I'm gonna address you in a little bit. I got something for you. Tamara, huh?
Huh?
I thought you said something.
A laugh.
Oh. No, I want to make sure I heard you. I'm sorry.
You sitting already, baby.
You know what?
Ooh, Jesus. Oh, I'm scared of Chase tonight.
No, you talking about let it go or whatever you just said. I am not Keisha Cole.
He mad at us because we've been tearing Letitia up, rightfully so, and he don't like it.
No, Letitia deserved the lashings that she deserved. I don't feel, and I'm going to say it, that y'all getting Latrice's ass good enough for me. And if y'all won't do it, I will.
Well, listen, Toya, this ain't Married to Medicine. We don't group think, okay? We all got to see it for ourselves, and then we run with how we feel.
It just hurt my feelings because y'all don't trust me.
2024. This is not y'all congenial era, huh?
I never
had one. I need to know. I got this phone and the daggone notifications won't turn off. I'm so sorry, you guys. You know, I won Baddest B. I didn't win Miss Congeniality.
All right, Kenya Moore.
Yes, better clock. All right. Anywho, Tampa hosts an event in honor of women in Jackson. She awards Latrice and no one else in the group, and Aikisha feels a type of way. Aikisha, have you done anything worth being honored? I just gotta know. Please, you guys, tell me, is Aikisha worth being honored? Come on, give it to me. Straight.
So if Tambra said it is to honor people with businesses in Jackson, Aikisha, you don't have a business in Jackson because you never got anything off the ground in Jackson. If we were in New York or New Jersey, you'd be honored, but we're not. We're here. You and Letitia, actually, well, let me hush, but yeah.
No, go ahead, say it.
You came in here with all this stuff, and you and Letitia stopped, and y'all stood at the same point when it comes to Fair Street. So,
I honestly, as a viewer who's been, I don't even know what happened. I don't know what Aikisha's doing with Fair Street at this point. All I know is that
not the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, the last thing I remember is whatever she was trying to got shut down. So what was she supposed to be honored for trying? If that's the case, I mean, I don't know. No, she has not done anything worth being honored. Not yet, at least.
Agreed. Like it. What they should have done, they should have focused on Church Street because apparently you could have bought Church Street.
I am glad that I don't hear Ferris Street anymore because I got tired of hearing that name the first season.
I just buy another block. Buy another block.
And make that block hot. And then maybe y'all can get some people over there in the area to where they're gonna want to start selling Ferris Street because it's getting
y'all
traffic.
Think? Yeah, I know we're gonna get there later, but y'all think she could buy a block and she can't even have food for a banquet? No,
we're gonna get that later. Let's not get that right now. We're gonna get that. But we're gonna wait for it. Okay, because we're gonna get into that. Aikisha meets with Jackie to plan a surprise gender/pregnancy reveal for Tambra charade. Aikisha and Greedy's family will be there, and all the Bells are invited, but Marie and that other girl. Catch. Girl, I want to hop through that camera. Now, wait a minute, boo. We want to respect all black women, all women. Excuse me. But don't do it. Cast her next season because she got it going on more than Tambra Charade do. Anyway.
All black women.
You're right. Akeisha is not surprised that they don't want them there, and Akeisha wants Tampa to come to her event, but won't be disappointed if she can't come as she knows Tampa is pregnant and needs peace. And her cousin says, "Well, if you leave Marie's name off, she may just appear." Um. Okay.
Mm. Who wanted smoke? And she
We can
kept
move
trying to get
on.
that out of Akeisha. And Akeisha was just like, oh, okay. Nah, I'm not doing this with you. So anyway,
He should say, I'm just here to get the list, baby. Just give me
Liz,
the
right,
list. I
give me
do
the
what I
list.
got to do.
You get
I'll
what
Because
you
I
think
attend.
you
still,
I'll
do.
attend.
because I still don't fully believe Tambra didn't leave me out that chat. So you think I'm ready to sit here and ride for her and she decide, no, I'm good, baby.
I'm just filming a scene. Go ahead, give me these names.
Mhm.
Go back to my
Cause
kids.
it was hot, baby.
Akeisha was counting down the days, hours, and minutes she can get back on the plane to New
I'm ready
Jersey.
to get up out of
That is
here.
all that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Only person that would have been happy to film a scene with Jackie would have been Phaedra, because you know she loves filming scenes with people's family members.
Okay.
Now, why
Mm-hmm.
is Phaedra in this? See how she gets
Because
on
she
this stuff?
messy.
She ain't even did nothing.
Because she always doing, she messy, and so
She
is
ain't do nothing
Jackie.
here.
That's the point.
She ain't even on this network. How I did. Has she even done an interview with Carlos? Hey.
She ain't
Oh, I
going
don't
to.
think she'll ever be doing one with
My
him.
girl ain't gonna do that one. But let's
I
get
don't.
back. Let's take care, baby, and get back on the bills.
Okay. All right. So Gucci and JJ spend one-on-one time and catch up. So Gucci straight up asks JJ if he's in love with Selena. Letitia says that she thinks that Selena is the reason why JJ and Cliff have such a strong beef. JJ says So Gucci is on his arm, but So Gucci feels that Selena is used to being the center of attention, as she was on the previous show, and does things to undermine their relationship. And now So Gucci is the center of attention, and Selena can't take catch. JJ says the Bells are Mississippi messy. He also adds that Cliff told Glenn and Glenn told Letitia, and now Letitia is bringing it to Subgucci trying to ruin what they have going on. JJ is not, and I mean emphatically, an emphatic no to the not in love with Selena, and that is strictly his baby's mama. Um, I just want to say I personally never thought that he was in love with Selena, so I don't know where that is. I think that he definitely felt a type of way about a cast member that he was opening up to, not coming clean about a sexual relationship with his former wife, and to find out the way that he did at the reunion caught him off guard. Then when all of these situations occurred with Selena being on the show this season, it just, didn't sit well with him. But I don't think that he is in love with her. What did you guys think of the scene?
Um, I don't think he's in love with her, but I do. I'm not mad at Letitia for saying could this be it, because the way he's been carrying on is if he's not married to Soguchi. I mean, I was
What do you mean
thinking,
by that?
why are you so? You were married to Soguchi. Granted,
Mm-hmm.
your ex-wife did whatever she's done.
Mm-hmm.
I get the opposite as a fan. I was thinking, why are you still so hell bent on being upset with with Cliff because of that? I get it, it sucks, but you clearly left because she was not good for you. So when you left and you knew what she did, this brand new stuff shouldn't even be surprised to you. You left because she was not good. She was not a good wife. So he wasn't as I don't think he was as considerate of Soguchi as he should have been. So for her to sit down and say, well, what the hell is it? I'm glad she did. JJ need to take them feelings and put them in a box and sell them on down the Mississippi River. Whatever Selena did is done. You can't do nothing about it. You got a whole new wife, a whole new life. Move on.
Can he
She
put his
did
braids in
Cliff.
that box too?
Can he do what?
Can he put that ponytail in the box too?
He probably won't do that.
Well, he put them. I
Oh,
bet you he put that 2023 in the box. Well, he put the 3 in the box. Probably pulled out a
He
4.
put out a foe.
But I think so. I really it did catch me off guard that it was even mentioned by Letitia. I'm not mad at her for doing it, but at the same time, I don't really think that JJ really cares that much. I think he just doesn't like Cliff, and any reason he has to really just push something to not have to deal with him, I think he's gonna go with, because Cliff is not a likable person. Um, and you know, he was being messy at the party that he had for his wife, calling Glenn. And with the fun the girls were having, he didn't like that either. So I mean, Cliff has done a lot of things to make people not like him. So I just think that's what. Yeah.
I could.
I don't want to be around the dude or the woman who cheated on my ex with me. Like, I don't want to be around none of that. So I get the aggression. And maybe me and JJ just got the same personality because I'm gonna give it to you every time when I feel like it. When I don't, I'll be quiet. But like, nah, you was cheating on me with my wife. Like, that's trash. You a trash person, and I really don't want you around me ever. So you gonna get this energy either every time I see you or every time I feel like giving it to you.
See, and I guess, and I can get that, but then I also get like as so Gucci. It's like, what's the big deal? Why
Yeah.
are you? So I don't know. I see both sides. I wouldn't. I damn sure would want to be around it. But as me, your new wife, I'm not gonna sit here and watch you go back and forth with this man when I feel like this is the underlying reason. It wouldn't sit well with me.
I'm more on
I'm glad you
Saguchi's
just said
side.
it.
You got this now. Why are you worried about what that did?
That is true.
Yeah,
Maybe need to have a. I think the conversation was necessary because
it was
Yeah.
necessary.
he probably didn't even
I
realize
don't think
that
so.
that's
Hmm.
what was happening because you focused on like get this con
Get
on my.
this motherfucker away from me. Oh, but he preached his way up out of that. He said a guy, what he said, God took him out the heavens and left her in hell or something. What he say?
But you
Baby, he
know,
let her have it.
but
He,
you know,
he
he also could be like that with him now because he like you tried that with my ex. They'll be coming over here trying that with my current too. So that could be part of the reason why he don't want her around. Why he don't like
Maybe
him
some-
either.
that, Danny.
something he did say that made sense was, and I kind of get why he would be just stick of Cliff. He told this to Glenn, and Glenn took it to Letitia, and this is why Letitia over here in your ear. I fully agree with that's what was going on.
I'm glad Letitia said something. Don't tell me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we're friends, then see, here's if we're friends, I think that you and this should be a space. I might not agree with what you say in the space, but it is a safe space. And this is honestly how you feel. Tell me, hopefully, you're coming from a good place and not trying to bring our relationship apart, but you're telling me, hey, I think this is the reason. Talk to him and see what's going on and, fix it. And it was the catalyst to do it because it was on camera now, so she could not address it. I think that she's been feeling that way for quite some time. And if you ask me, some of the things that So Gucci said, although I can't repeat them back verbatim, came off to me as it was an insecurity for her because she was relegated to side chick status, though she was the actual wife when they were on television, and the television show was produced to portray that they were still in love with one another. So that's been lingering forever. And then, just a couple of other things that she said in that kind of made me feel like there's a little bit of insecurity there with her um and what's her name, Selena. So I don't know. Then Selena also beat her up. So listen. And ask
Yeah,
yourself, what I
But
did want to say though, before I move on, I'm sorry, Asia, just very quickly, the issue I'm having with the Bells, and I just gotta be honest about it, it's not the content that we're getting it is the way that we're getting it. It just feels so far apart from the actual issues. Like that fight happened in season three, at the beginning of season three, and we are now at the end of season four,
Well,
rehashing it and getting a resolution.
are we? Because the preview for the reunion say season 3 reunion, so I don't know. Carlos say season 3 reunion when he filming it.
I think that season 4 stuff popped up on accident.
I
because
really feel like it was a coded accident, but we're
Yeah.
Yeah.
gonna go with what it says. So until they
they
change
was
the
gone
script.
so long, the damn network forgot where they was at. We don't need no more season breaks. Let it run, Carlos. Let it run.
Or let
Well,
it in.
I just want to say this. It doesn't to me it's not giving insecure because she's
Okay.
addressing it. It's this is how I felt. Period. That doesn't necessarily mean insecurity, but if it lingers on, I think that's when we get into jealousy territory or insecurity territory if the conversation keeps happening with JJ over and over again because it's like you should be
Yeah.
sure and now you're not because I've told you what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he cleared
I'm
it
not
up. Unless he
I'm not
does
giving it insecure
something
yet. Yeah. I'm
to
not
make
giving
it
it
question.
insecure yet. I'm giving it let's address it now because I haven't been feeling a way about it. Let me know what it is. And
And
I,
answer my questions.
also take into account, like Chase did say, back with on Bring It, it was JJ and Selena. I think so. Gucci's more so like we live in the reality now. We doing a whole new show, and I'm your wife. Why is she still coming around? So it's probably more so irritation, like being
Yeah.
aggravated. Like I'm sick of her. Let's be done. She needs to stay around.
well,
Stay away
maybe I
from.
misread it.
Mm.
It came off to me because that is so long ago. that it came off like insecurity. I don't know. Hey, that's what we're up here for. We're not always gonna agree, okay? For you people
It's not
watching,
agree or disagree. That's just point of views. That's all, friend.
no. I'm not explaining this for us. We get it.
POVs.
You know who doesn't
The
get it?
girls that the girls
Out of
that get it,
course.
the girls that get it. Next subject.
Just remember, just don't forget about the girls. Don't forget about
Next
them.
scene.
All right, it's time for Tambra and Greedy's surprise pregnancy/gender reveal. Greedy is nervous because his own mother doesn't even know that Tambra Charade is pregnant. All the guests finally come outside where they are surprised with the news that Tambra is having a baby. JJ is Mississippi Messy and asked Greedy's mom if she knew. And he said, all right now, hey, I don't even film with y'all, dog. Going over there with that mess given by my mama. Um, so Gucci isn't sure. So Gucci, yeah. Speaking of Mississippi Messy, so Gucci isn't sure if the baby is Greedy's or if it's station manager's Quasi.
I thought that was so tacky.
I did too.
Gross.
Nasty.
Latrice is up. I'm sorry. I'm gonna give y'all the floor. Latrice is upset that Tambra told Aikisha, but didn't tell her. She begins to cry, but those are happy tears. And she just drops it all together. Aikisha didn't tell Treese or Soguchi. Latrice thought she was cool with Soguchi, but she didn't get an invite to the barbecue that Soguchi had. And Soguchi said that her message was stuck in her phone and she was going to invite her, but she thought about it and she decided not to, and they're going to finally have a one-on-one to discuss why, because this is not the time or the place. And I do appreciate them respecting something that means something to me for once. Respecting Tambra's event, because that is a big deal, especially with them all knowing how hard and long she's trying for a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And she has seemingly tricked Greedy into doing it. And so, hey, no, I'm joking. I'm just being catty. Um, what'd you guys think of the barbecue? Well, the gender reveal. I thought it was super cute.
It was a nice scene. For me, like, as we all agreed, Suguchi was messy as hell for that comment because again, unless editing has left out stuff that we don't know, I don't even see why that was said. I don't understand how Latrice thought her and Suguchi were good. Um, I, I'm confused that we missed some scenes where they made up because I don't think we got that.
They've been being
And
cordial, I
yeah,
thought.
being cordial is one thing, but inviting you to my home and to my private space is a whole totally different thing. If I have issues with you and my husband has issues with your husband, why am I going to invite you to a barbecue?
But I think Latrice was more so thinking we doing this for the camera because you got to remember she invited Selena to. I mean, not Selena. Sorry, Gucci. She invited Gucci back to her thing for her mama when they did the retirement party or whatever it was. So she probably thought we gonna play nice, but I mean, the only it was cute. It was a nice reveal. I didn't care for his mama not knowing. I get you wanted to surprise your mama, but I think that y'all probably could have gave her a
She was
little
so
something
wrong.
before y'all let her know, find out with the general public. I didn't too much care for that.
Especially if her mother knew prior.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah.
why I don't like. Let me hush.
No, I'm with you.
That's
Babe,
some
I'm
man
with you.
stuff too. Cause like, girl, tell your mama. Like when
Oh
she
my
told
gosh.
her family, that's a signal
He
for
should
you.
have been able to tell his.
Like,
You shouldn't even. I wouldn't even ask her permission. You told your mama. Okay, cool.
exactly. Like when we telling the mamas, okay, bet. Like that's at that point, it don't matter because we telling folks.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Gucci lost points with me with that because that's me and messy for no reason. I think she don't like Tambra, so I get it, but that's nasty work.
Then don't be there.
Be nasty on some other stuff, like be rude or messy on some other things. But like my family dynamic, I don't like playing with the family thing. It's just not. It's not okay. It's not cute.
No, and they
Um,
never had issues, right?
no, but she been saying, oh, she fake or oh,
She
I saw
thinks
her
she's
mom
fake,
with.
though. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
she,
you
but she
also
being
have
the fake. But she being the fake one.
you have to be careful when you make them kind of little daggers trying to be funny because now you insulted Tam. You went for Tam, but now you kind of somewhat insulted Greedy because what do you mean this could be somebody else's child? Like you take it to some place that
Accusing
it
a woman
don't have
of
to go.
cheating is nasty work. Like I don't know if men joke like that or whatever, but like doing that with women, that's very disgusting. Why would you say that? Like,
And,
why?
and
What
this
are we
is,
saying this for?
and I don't even know why she felt even comfortable to say that when you just had a scene asking your husband was he still in love with his ex-wife.
Period.
So she shouldn't
Mississippi
be.
message.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe they filmed it after, before. Who knows? But girl, like, this is
Nah,
ridiculous.
they filmed it before because she told her, oh, Tamara's having a spring fling.
Oh
So
yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So
Got
she
me.
she was out of line.
And Latrice and So Gucci being cool. No. And this is the issue with Latrice. You don't really care. She acknowledges that she hurt people. She will acknowledge it, but that's it. The accountability aspect isn't there, and it shows. She wants to just move on. And there's something to say about a woman who just like sweeping things, being messy and sweeping things under the rug. That's what Tree's like. Nobody really wants to be real with you. Nobody's gonna share anything with you. Nobody gonna tell you they pregnant before anybody else. Like, you don't get that being the way you are. Be her, be that, acknowledge and be like, and stand in your shit. Great, but at the end of the day, you did what you did, and you would do it again. And we
You're
know
not
that
a girl's girl.
you're not a girl's girl. You're not a girl's girl. You a money hungry girl, and you want your Gucci and Prada bags, and your man to fix your life, and that's fine. It's so many of them on Instagram. We get it, Mrs. Bundles. But just know that if you're not a girl's girl, we don't want you. We're not telling you. We don't want you here.
And I think she felt like telling Tamara, oh, well, they tried to set you up was going to get us some type of end. But I mean, she gave you the little award. She's done what she can do for you to try to give you the thank you for having my back. She
Yeah.
won't give you nothing personal like that. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And I'm so tired of reading Latrice. But there's more work to do, so I guess my job is never done. Before we move on to the final scene of that episode, they reveal the gender, and Tambra's having a mini midday diva, and we're just gonna call her Tambourine, okay? Because I like that little name. I thought it was cute. We should have a little Tambourine. Gucci and Treese finally do lunch. They bring up So Gucci not inviting Latrice, and So Gucci says that she was going to invite her, but again, she changed her mind because she feels that Latrice maliciously invited Selena. Now, I don't know when this was filmed. I don't know if this is before or after we've done these recaps, but she feels that it was malicious, done with malicious intent. Excuse me. She's over the whole real estate deal go on a ride, which is the initial reason why they had the falling out in the first place. And she's more so concerned about the placement of Selena post that particular situation as in regards to her and her family. Gucci says that due to the fight, her family is in disarray and she wants Latrice to take the blame. Latrice does not take accountability for that fallout for her family because Selena is her friend and so Gucci is not. Gucci says that she said the same thing about Tamara last year and now they're friends. She switches more friends more than Gucci switches a doggone wigs. And Gucci is so frustrated with Latrice. She leaves the lunch, but not before she shakes the table. And she gets up in a big brie and just leaves and storms out and tells her to take that salad and she can either do one or two things with it, give it to Selena, or stick it up her candy ass. And so with that being said, so Gucci says that um, she's done with the situation and done with Latrice. Latrice says that there are some things that she really does love about Soguchi, but then there are other things that she does not like so much, and they'll never be back to where they were, and only time will tell for their relationship in the future. Now, I want to say this. I want to be very calm and very fair. Um, I still wholeheartedly believe it was done with malicious intent. I don't care how long they have been friends. That girl has not been mic'd up on camera until after there was an issue with the two of them. And we have seen a pattern with Latrice where if she does not like you for whatever the reason, she's coming gunning for you. Because last season, well, excuse me, 2 seasons ago, whatever season this is, and this is not season two officially, we saw that she was cool with Tamara Cherie. Tamara made her mad, and she joined right up with Marie. She linked up with Marie to bring Tamara down. We've seen her do this now with So Gucci. So I feel like she has an established pattern. She did it with Letitia. Whether Letitia was right for coming for her, whether she was wrong for coming for her, she went for the gusto and told that secret. And apparently, it may or may not even be the truth. I think that she has exhibited a pattern of doing things to get at people when they wrong her or she feels wrong or slighted by other people. This falls right in line with that for me. I feel like it was done with malicious intent, and she should have taken ownership that, yeah, I did not like you, and yeah, I was hanging out with her. She's my friend anyway, and you're not. So I tried to make a relationship with you work. It didn't work for whatever the reason. And Selena is a Belle. She's my girl, and that's what she was here. If you would have did that, I could have said, you know what, I don't like her, but I can't get her. But you didn't do that. So that is where you have failed in this situation at this lunch for me. However, now, so Gucci, I was rocking with you. Here you said she need to take responsibility for the reason why your family is in disarray. I do think that, her bringing Selena around with all of these unresolved issues and this potential "Are You in Love" and the TV show from 50 years ago, it does not help. But I don't think that she is the main cause or the responsible party for this. At the end of the day, you guys are responsible for your relationship, and so I don't think that that's fair to put that on her, because it extends to the children. Y'all beat each other up. I think she brought it there with malicious intent to get on your nerves. I did not think that she brought her there with the intent of you getting a glass knocked upside your head because you don't know how to control that mouth of yours. So Gucci. So that's where I am with this. Did anybody want to get in on it?
I think you covered it all.
I want to say one thing. I agree with you
Please.
at the end. I hate when somebody take like, yeah, I meant to offend you, but you can't blame me for all the effects of what actually happened. So yeah, I agree with you 100% on that, because like you can't blame me for your family dynamic. It's been trash. It was trash before I got
Yeah,
here. Trash
Yeah,
with my bullshit, and it's gonna be trash after. Don't blame
yeah.
me for your grandkids.
I think Latrice, she bought Selena to be for that reason. She should have just owned that. I was glad that she said, this is my friend, and you really not. I just wish she would have been more upfront. So Gucci and the whole. I think this is just resentment on So Gucci's end. She let all that stuff ride for all them years, playing behind the scenes for Selena and JJ, and now she feels like this is my moment, and y'all are here trying to take it from me. So now she's disappointed in herself for letting that ride for so long. You can't put that on Latrice. Latrice bought the girl, but you could have played it cool when Selena tried to speak to you. All you had to do was say hi back or something. You turned it upside down, so you were kind of responsible for what happened in that moment. So that's not on Latrice, but I think that is really So Gucci just kind of being fed up with allowing so much. So now she just finna lash out on anybody who she can to try to make it okay for her in her head. But she
yeah.
kind of it's her own fault. She's her own fault, and also she should have had that conversation with JJ years ago, or when it first, like, this season 3 or season 4, whatever season it is. It shouldn't just be happening right now. She should have been and spoke up and said, so that's on her.
I did want to say one thing too. When Latrice said that, there are things about Soguchi that she does like. I feel like I just call that BS because Latrice never compliments other women to their face. Never. Like, your relationship probably could have healed a little bit if you would even at least. It's just always negative, negative, negative. You're never positive to these other women in their face. Like, never. Only when it suits your purpose and with the hidden motive behind it. So I still call BS on her saying she likes things about Soguchi. She was just saying that for the camera.
Word.
I think she's jealous, but that's a whole different story.
I just don't like a girl who's nasty like all day, every day. It's shade and it's fun, but Latrice is just
Yeah, and I'm being honest because I don't like Soguchi either. I used to, but I don't like Tambra. And after that comment she made about Tambra, possibly cheating around, she's trash to me for forever now. There's nothing
Oh,
you can do to come
okay,
back.
wow.
That's low down dirt.
Revelations.
Mm-mm.
All
I
That
right,
found
so
that funny that you say that, Danny. I remember watching the finale. I was thinking, where the hell is So Gucci been? Like, she hasn't even done enough for me to like her or hate her at this point, because she just ain't been around.
in that moment, she was no different than Latrice, the same person she got a problem with.
Well,
That's
yeah.
something Latrice would say. And here she goes doing the same thing. So maybe they don't get along because they're too much alike, actually. One just hide it better than the other.
mm.
Well,
Y'all heard Dan just spoke in the square, child. Now, this is the finale, so we're going to go ahead and get right on into it, okay? So, for the finale episode, Keisha calls an emergency meeting with Essie and Marie to cancel the gala. Marie is not with it. She says, come hella hot water, y'all having this gala and leave me out of it. And do they? No, they do not. As Keisha would like to just go ahead and at least downsize that they're not going to cancel. Maria's over it and she doesn't have a say anyway, so she will allow them to have their lupus prom instead of they get a baby. Marie was on one from the top of this episode to the middle to the end of this episode.
Marita,
That's Marie. Marie Monroe was clocked in, baby. Okay, do you hear
I
me?
thought she was gonna have a lupus flare up the way her nerves was worked up, baby.
No, let's just move right on. Glendale, Glen, Glendale plans a small dinner for his boo Cliff's birthday. And I'm not saying that boo like in the gateway, but that's his boo. Like it's
I am.
really, I thought it was cute. He
you
know,
did it.
he knows what Cliff likes, and that's hibachi. And he made sure his man's got his hibachi. And he did it because Latrice forgot with everything that she has going on, forgot Cliff's birthday for the first time in 12 years. Latrice says tells Latrice, excuse me, Latrice tells Letitia that Tambra is pregnant, and Letitia is shocked. She is upset and she says, this is what we're talking about. She doesn't have to invite me to the event, but she's not forthcoming and transparent enough to really consider her a friend. And was that Mel at the table? She looked a little different.
that was her being Mississippi messy too.
I don't care. I like Mel and I don't give a
But
I
damn
was
do
for
like
but did y'all catch who the other girl was?
Wet Seal from the other day that was sitting over there with Tamra them. I didn't
The,
understand
Is
the
that.
that
one
who
who
that
was
was? Because you
That's
know
who
I don't
that
like
who
was.
was
her.
at
It's
the
her name is
thing
April.
trashing Letitia with them, and now she's trashing Tambra to
I
Letitia.
didn't. I was
I
like,
did
what?
not clock. I
That's
don't
who that
like
was.
her.
Daddy,
Mm.
that's a good one. Mm-hmm.
That's
I
that
don't
I
April
like her.
seen her
Sade
and
girl.
said,
Damn thing. I
Whatever.
couldn't
what?
hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Sammy? I couldn't hear you.
When I seen her, I was like, what is she doing? I had to try to remember who was she with the last scene, and when I remembered, I was like, well, what the hell is she doing here?
Is she the young lady who says that when people are pregnant, they want to have peace?
She was the one who was talking about that they had nasty food at Letitia's brunch in the
She was the
oh,
one that
No, no,
was.
no. I know who she
That's
is,
what she
but
said.
oh,
Yeah,
which
that's
one
what she
was it?
said, Chase. That's what she said.
oh.
But
Okay, it was her.
it
Okay,
was
it was
her.
her.
Yeah.
Yes, because I didn't like her from that comment, and I didn't. I wasn't on the recap that week, but I didn't like your ass, and I'm pretty sure that you watched because it's giving you watch. And girl, I don't like your stinking ass.
She need to watch some. Never mind. Never mind.
No, say it.
Say it.
No, I was just gonna say she probably should like watch like some of them influencers and they get ready with me on TikToks because I don't like what she be showing on camera and I don't like nothing about how she
And got a
presents her.
store
Not saying she need the TikTok stylist.
And it was bad because we only saw her. We only saw her from here up, and it still wasn't right.
because her hair didn't look
It
on.
was the hair. It was her.
And I
It's
understood her being there because she's Latrice's friend,
Asia. High five.
but the fact that she even accepted knowing Letitia would be there was crazy to me.
am I and
Yeah,
this,
that's a
that's
different
what got
level
me
of
y'all.
faith.
You sitting here, you just forgot you were sitting over there with Latrice and tearing up this girl brunch, and now you over here.
Well, like she said, Letitia didn't make the food at hibachi, so what's the point? What's
Mm,
the issue?
Can I say one thing? I want to walk back my comment about Glenn throwing something for his friend Cliff because I often say, we don't give black men enough grace or space to not have to be so hyper masculine all the time. So if he thought about his friend and he pays attention to what his friend likes, I think that's actually a really nice thing, and more people
that's
could use
his
friends
man.
like that.
I
That's his man.
wholeheartedly agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
That's
Not
nice.
me.
But that's his man. Yeah, the Aries, we
I
bottom half,
agree.
bottom half box. No.
And if your woman won't do it,
I mean, I agree with what Danny's saying, but for this pair, I don't.
I
They
just
don't
want to
get
be
that.
fair and
He
uniform with it.
said, "What this cutie won't do, another one will," and threw that man a birthday party.
Yeah, like
Okay.
oh,
it's Glenn. It's
yeah.
giving Glenn got daddy issues or something. It's like Cliff know how to find them daddy issue people and go ahead and
Oh yes, clock
Yeah, he
out.
reeled them insecure ones in who need
yeah,
them.
it's
Because you
something
know
about
why?
that. Huh?
So that's a Mississippi pimp.
I can see it.
Well,
Gonna have a
Pimping
limp. Gonna have
strong.
a limp soon.
he got Selena. It look like he got Glenn too.
Speaking of pimps,
Yes.
no, let me redo this. We move on to the next
Wow.
scene. We're gonna move on to the next scene, and Marie is in therapy with her mother, and I actually
I didn't watch this. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I
I didn't
fast
watch
forwarded.
it. I couldn't. Those scenes. Here's how I feel about those scenes. Right, the scenes with Marie's mother are some of the realest. Is some of the realest television I've ever watched. But for me, it's just too real. Number one. Number two. Someone on social media said that they feel that Maria is using her mom to kind of soften the audience for when she raises hell all up and through the other Bells'
I don't
line.
think so.
That's not it. That's her
Uh,
life. So
that's
But that's
like
not
that's
why I don't watch
no,
it.
no,
But
that's not that's her life story. She dedicated her life to that. So I mean, I don't. I think she's doing it because she dedicates her life work to that. And if I can't be open and raw with what's going on so close to home, then how can I really do this for other people?
I think it's also another cry for help. Like, watch yourself on TV, mama, and maybe, just maybe,
mhm.
you will stop what you're doing and be better.
If she
That's
don't
what I
see
think.
TV,
Mm.
Mm. But I can't watch these scenes because it's just
they're hard to watch.
when stuff hit home, or if you have somebody on drugs in your family, like, and when you seen it, like when I saw one of my family members on drugs for the first time, I so that reminds me of just seeing my family member who's now clean. But when I saw her for the first time, I just couldn't. Yeah, so this is flashback to that. But kudos to Marie for keeping it going. She's low key really holding her mom accountable, if we're being honest, since season one with this. So
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing. It's really a good thing. And like Carlos said, just because she be raising hell on the show, don't mean they can vote her off. This ain't married to medicine.
Mm. You
It's
say
good to
that,
know that
huh?
can we vote Latrice off? Oh, I'm sorry.
This ain't married to medicine.
I put my vote in for Aikisha and Tamara too while we at it. Give me three new
Actually, I
bells.
would
I'm
keep
sitting down.
Latrice and we can get rid of Akeisha and Tambra. I would keep Latrice.
Oh yeah, give me a new bell because I keep anyway. We're gonna get Nikita's stinking ass. The girls are getting ready to go to the Lupus prom, and Letitia tells Glenn about the prior evening at the Capitol. And we're gonna be talking about the Capitol quite a bit from here on out. The Capitol and all of the bells went as they were being honored, except for Marie. The state of Mississippi did not want Marie there, uh, according to Latrice, because she's a truth teller. Um, Essie was there, but Marie wasn't. Essie gathered all the bells and let them have it, according to Letitia. And Sogucci doesn't see why Marie feels it was Tambra's fault. But Marie says that Tambra has tons of connections at the Capitol, and she knows it was her who iced her out of the Capitol event. Letitia feels that if they all couldn't have gone, then none of them should have gone, as the Bells are a collective. Duh. What did you guys think about that scene that I had to really like stop and rewatch to make sure I got it right? Because it was just a lot going on at once.
So, well, that's what I wanted to ask y'all. When I was watching it, when I was texting y'all Friday when it was on, the reason I asked, have y'all watched yet, is because this scene came out of left field for me. Like, it just seemed like production did a horrible job. I'm sorry. This episode was chopped and screwed like a bad remix. Um, and the only thing that stood out to me was seeing Essie in the background in her scrubs, because I know she cussed them out. Seeing
Baby,
Essie
she
Like
let
this.
them
in
have
the
it, baby.
scrubs, I
She look
know
like
that she
you
cussed
on
them.
Netflix when he be stalking them women, pretending like he on the phone and behind the trees and stuff. That's what Essie look like. She look like
That
Like,
Joe.
meme, you know
You.
that meme I'm talking about?
Yeah,
uh-huh.
that guy with the glasses. But also
That was
Marie,
Essie.
don't give Tamber too much credit. It's not hard to believe that somebody up there don't like you.
I
Like
don't know, Danny.
she's not always likable. Nobody is. What I'm trying to say is nobody is 100% likable to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not hard to believe that somebody up there may just not like you and didn't want you there. You just don't know. So don't put it all on Tambra, because you just don't know if it's true or not. And again, that's also a baseless accusation. We always talk about you got to have proof. it's one thing to have a feeling, but it's one thing to consistently say for sure and make up your mind that you know this is what happened. Produce proof or leave it on the playground. That's all.
Tamra did it.
You know what? I don't. I
I'm
This
sorry,
is my
Tamra
thing.
did it. She did it.
With Marie doing as much as she does in that area, building the home. What she got, like a little homeless shelter or something coming, and then she has
Mm-hmm.
her
But
one.
is it in Jackson? Because remember, they said Latrice is the only one with a business in actual Jackson.
I mean, but it was
So,
Mississippi, so
but it's Jackson. But yeah, you're right.
but so I just this is my thing. I do believe that Marie has connections. I also, when Letitia said Marie couldn't have gone, we all shouldn't have went. Yes, she went. Now you couldn't have called Marie or something. Like, I don't see how Essie could get in there and be spying on them, but Marie couldn't come in. If Essie could got up in there, Marie could have got up in there. Letitia could have called. They could have figured something else. I don't know what it was. It really just made Marie not go, because I feel like she could have went had she wanted to go, regardless of receiving the invite or not, especially with Letitia being there. And then did she send Essie, or did Essie just decide to go on her own? Either way, I feel like, yes, there may be somebody in the Capitol who does not like Marie, but I'm sure there's somebody in there who is really fond of what she's doing and would have loved to have her. So if Marie really wanted to go, she could have got herself up in there. I think she probably didn't too much care, but she wanted to have a moment with this. So she wanted to have an issue with it. Essie got
Oh,
up in there. Marie could have got up in there too.
Do you think it's something to do with the
mm-hmm.
businesses or them,
With the
the
who?
people? Was it were they brought because of their businesses, or were they brought because they're Bells and somebody just don't like her as a Belle? Because, like you just said, Sammy, I don't see it being about business, and y'all saying Marie is like, nah, she don't have bad business practices, nothing.
Yeah.
Because why is Aisha there?
Yeah, like,
And she
why
don't even
would I
live there
keep
for
you
real. Like, come on. That has been a
there? And her
Bell thing.
husband, he don't live there either. And we
Y'all,
was there.
here's what
So
I think. Oh, I'm sorry, Asia. Please, I apologize.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
really have much to say. I'm gonna just keep ranting. So go ahead.
Uh, that's funny. Anyway, man, here's what I think. I think that Tampa decided to get all the bells together to go do a thing on the Capitol. Great press, great PR, hypes the show, makes us look great. You know what I mean? We're doing it. These are the bells, and she purposely did not invite Marie. That's what I think.
Well,
So
she
the
didn't
only way,
miss nothing. They showed up in sweats, sneakers, so Marie really didn't miss nothing because Essie fit right into her scrubs, so they really didn't miss nothing. So I'm glad Marie didn't. Like, I know you said Sammy she should have went anyway, but I'm glad she didn't go. You
I
wasn't
wouldn't
invited.
have gone. I'm
I,
not
I,
going
I
to
wouldn't have
invite
gone
me.
either, and
well,
you didn't miss
the only
nothing.
thing, the only thing that will make it look a little sneaky on Tamara's part, being that she's the one that did send out the invitation, is that if this was, I'm not saying it wasn't a big moment, but why wouldn't y'all want this film? And if you have it filmed, then of course they all got to be there. So that's the only thing that makes it look a little iffy, because the footage we got was on cell phones versus the cameraman.
Yeah.
They was running. She was running plays like they were running plays.
I wouldn't have put it on the show and gagged them all. We didn't film it, so we're not gonna make it part of the show.
The only reason it made this show is because Marie's show at the end of her prom in the
Yes,
purple dress.
Marie let them have it about that, and then Esther did too. All
Mhm.
right, you guys, because we're almost done, so let's just go ahead and get through it. I'm sorry, we're gonna get back to it because the this is not over. Marie says that well, it's time for the Lupus prom, and Marie says that this is obviously a Cologne Foundation event and not a Hamilton Davis event. She came to be wild, and she was just okay. Let's see. Hey, I know I'm breaking this recap down, but Marie has been on Aikisha ass for the last 3 episodes consistently, and I have enjoyed every piece of it. I'm sorry. I know what we think about Marie, and yes, it is true. But when it comes to Marie versus Aikisha, I love it. I love it. I'm sorry, I do. Because Aikisha really just feels like she's that girl, and Marie is there every step of the way, checking behind her. Actually, no, you're not that girl. Okay, no, that's not it
That
either.
charcuterie board, absolutely.
Okay, these beanies and weenies, I'm not here for it.
But you know where Marie fails with me when it comes to that? Because you just telling her she's not the girl. You're not showing her why she's not. Like, you could have corrected all those mistakes she was making. Instead, you just walking behind her saying, "Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong." Instead
Well,
of, let me
yeah,
get there.
that Sammy, and also the fact is, yeah, it might not be. You're right. It's not a Hamilton Davis event because Hamilton Davis is the reason why, big reason why it ended up being just a prom. because Aikisha been trying to work and y'all couldn't get y'all shit together. So it's just as much on Aikisha failed miserably, and she should never open her mouth to talk about Letitia's brunches ever again because she didn't deliver no better. But at the same time, it was a joint failure. It's not all on Nikesha because
Yeah, because
Hamilton Davis
I
didn't do
Keisha
shit.
said
She
we
was
gonna get
chasing
this
them for
right. I'm gone.
invitations. Tape. They didn't. Essie ain't do nothing. Marie did nothing. So they really don't have room to talk. I'm
But
sorry.
Akeisha still hasn't produced anything.
No, she hasn't. But they only had a charcuterie board because of her. If not, they would have just had one bottle of water if it was up to Hamilton Davis.
She didn't know. Akeisha didn't want to spend the money on the fish and stuff like that. Now, remember?
Well, how much money was they putting up, and how much money was she putting up, though?
And you gotta
Hey,
sell
y'all
tickets
showing her how to
for that.
let her out of the balloon, man. Because
I'm
I
You
just
like
gotta
saying.
Marie versus
sell. You
No, I'm
gotta
just
Akeisha.
saying
sell
we got to
tickets.
be unbiased.
You gotta sell tickets for it, and none of them wanted to actually go out and sell their tables.
She was
Let's
saying that too.
let's be honest. Akeisha ain't sell no tables.
Because I didn't see none
The
of
only
the.
one, the only table Akeisha sold was to Marie Friend. So again, it wasn't. Akeisha ain't did nothing yet. I will, however, say I don't put my name on bullshit. So yeah, we're gonna reduce this down. Take
Yeah.
my name off
But it
immediately.
was still bullshit.
Period.
And I hate to
Okay?
say this. I really hate to say this. I feel that if Akeisha was back home in Jersey, she would have put on a production.
Yeah.
She said
So
we
let's
can
do the
give them
Bell
this
Collective
here
in
because,
Jersey.
huh?
Let's do the Bell
But
Collective in Jersey.
but
Call it
I
a day.
will also say this: if Aikisha was in Jersey, Hamilton Davis would have probably had the normal gala they always had and would have had actual food too. So that's what I'm saying. It's a joint failure. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna blame it on just Aikisha. I'm not gonna blame it on just Essie and Marie because I feel like if they all did their own separate thing, nobody ever complained about Essie and Marie's foundation, gala before and said it was trash. So
Well, my
Let's
thing is,
like
I
I
hope they
said,
continue. Go ahead, Asia.
like I said, let's get the Bells of Brooklyn back or whatever they was called, and let Akeisha run amok up in the Northeast because she's not doing a good job down here.
Are you talking about blood, sweat, and heels or
Yeah,
whatever?
that blood, sweat,
I was
heels.
like,
What
Bells
else
of
called the
Brooklyn.
Bell of Brooklyn?
Oh,
Where did
Akeisha
that
too
from?
old for that. I'm sorry, and I'm not age shaming, but she's too old for that show.
But they usually say
she
I'll be doing
she
age
wear
shaming.
biscuits
I'm
now.
glad
She don't wear heels. She wear biscuits now.
the biscuits of
Blood, sweat,
Brooklyn.
and
Then I don't
biscuits.
know them the
No, but they were
Jersey
like
girls
30
will be
something
Jersey.
girls. You
I
know what
don't
I
know.
mean? That's why it wasn't an age thing, but that's just the premise of the show.
Well, they'd be 40 something a day if it was still going on.
They probably have a whole new cast, to be honest with you. I don't think they were bringing them back.
But yeah, it was a joint failure. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Well, Akeisha gonna be mad. She see that, but Akeisha, it's true, and just
They didn't
don't.
even have the walls looked so bare. It was on the table. And Nikesha says she sold all these seats. And I'm trying to figure out where, because half the people there were the Bells and their friends and family.
Cause
So
this show
Which
wasn't like.
Probably been
That's why
free
she.
food.
That's why she said we're gonna open it up and have a little dance floor. Cause it was nothing but dancers and that's all they like.
I think production ended up having to pay for this because Rich McCollum even said it was free food.
Oh yes, she said free food. Let me get into the rest of that. Was just the first. I just like seeing Marie versus Akeisha, y'all. I'm sorry. I like to see them
no,
rematch.
I like it too. But Marie got to catch her bullets too.
Give them to her. I don't care. Letitia is sick and couldn't go, so Glendale is there in her stead. After passionate speeches from Willie and Marie, they're really passionate speeches regarding Willie's mother's battle with lupus and Marie's daily struggle with her lupus. Um, S comes with the mess. And Essie comes to the group table to talk more about the Capitol drama. Latrice says Marie has a reputation and the Capitol doesn't want to be associated with it. Glendale says they have too much going on to let egos get in their way. And Marie says that if there's any more slander, please be prepared to fight it out in court and looks directly at Latrice. Um, Keisha shuts it down and doesn't see a path forward for the Cologne Foundation and Hamilton Davis. And she really just wants to get on the next thing back in New Jersey at this point. And you cannot, Marie said you cannot exclude her from any events because she is the OG Belle and her story is too powerful to be left out. She then takes a break from all the drama, but then pops up again for all the drama as Essie goes back to that table to let them know that she felt that the social media posts were shade against Hamilton Davis and Marie because Marie was not there. Tamber decides that she's leaving, but Marie stops her on the way out and tells her that she was fucked up for what she did, not including her, and Tamara has no idea what she's talking about. Marie says that although she doesn't F with Latrice, she invites her to events and includes all the bells. And then Tambra says, "Take care, baby," and she takes that big ass dress and leaves the building.
She waddles out like a
And Marie
Baby,
was still talking to her back as she walked out.
mid monologue. Yes,
said.
Marie was mid monologue, going off, and I wish we could pay for the clip to have it here, guys. It's so good, and we're not doing it justice at all. Please
Latrice,
go find that clip, okay?
Marie was
Because
gagged.
I almost used it on a family member today, mid text. Take care, baby. But I didn't do it. Aisha goes to say bye to Marie, but Marie is still pissed off and wants to talk about the Capitol some more. And Marie says, "You know what? Excuse me." Aisha says, "You know what?
Take care,
I'm
baby.
gonna go too." And she punches it mid monologue right off that New Jersey. It's a child again. Ooh, that's two. Uh, Essie reveals that they went to the Capitol as visitors on a tour, and Marie immediately loses steam. And Latrice says no, that they were honored as women of Jackson. And Marie says, "Not in them tennis shoes you were." And, and even Latrice busts out laughing. And that's how I know it was a play. And that's how I know it was a setup. They went ahead and tried to make something out of nothing and leave that girl out because they know that's her trigger. Being left out, being felt less than. You see how she was triggered by her mom not being what she considered a good mother should be to her, and what that made her feel like being left out, not having a normal relationship with her mother. She's been left out of things unpassed over this show. That is obviously a trigger for her, and they hit it. They hit it where it hurt. And you know what? I got to be honest with you. Marie does have a big issue with doing stuff to people and then having the hardest time fathoming that someone could do something back to her just as equally or even more than dirtier than she has actually dished it. With that being said, Marie's mom goes to rehab at Hamilton Davis. The twins, which I was like, oh, thank God, I love that. The twins finally came and let Sogucci see the baby. Latrice's building is almost finished. Tambra, Letitia is having her book signing on Ferris Street, and I didn't write nothing about Aisha, so I don't know.
She left. She went to Jersey.
She wasn't in the package, was she?
I don't remember her being in the pack.
She
Catch
left.
that dirt. She went back to Jersey, and hopefully, Aisha, that is where your ass will stay. With that being said, you guys, what did you think about the rest of the Lupus prom? And are you guys excited for the reunion? That's it. Yes. Sorry.
Excited for the reunion because I think it's going to be a lot better than this whole season was. I thought it. Do you notice how Marie instantly lost her steam and anger when she found out they was just being honored? And she asked Ceci, "Why you ain't say it like that? I wouldn't have been so mad and worked up." And I think it all makes sense to me as why Keisha didn't want to hear why she was so mad. Because like, girl, it was nothing. She just walked out on her ass like, Messy Essie added to this drama. I'm sorry.
I agree.
She added to it and she kept on going, trying to circle back to it.
Because she don't want them. She want Marie for herself.
And then she tried to make it a Hamilton Davis thing. It was just like, I don't know. It just.
I can kind of see why she made it a Hamilton Davis thing, though, because if you're honoring people in Jackson, like you said, and it's a business thing. You know what I mean? I kind of see why she felt that.
Well, see, that's why I don't, because she's the one who eventually said they were just honored as visitors. So then she should have known not to make it a big deal because she knew. So
if we go, I'm sorry, no shade. If we go, we're gonna be honored as visitors. That's what people do when you visit a national monument. Right?
If it was an official, they would not have been in, because they look like they just came, like they got called from the gym. Can y'all stop on your way up here?
She said it was a fifth grade field. It looked like a fifth grade field
trip. And she was having a sack lunch under the tree. She was reading them girls.
And no, and that was
let them have it.
That was the perfect description.
But it was messy for Essie to go do that because she said herself It was just a visitation thing. So why don't you go back and carry it as if it was just
When
some big
you know,
old
I
thing?
think
But
they
no, but no, why would also though? But why would also? I probably am cutting you off and stopping you, but I don't think you're going to get to it. Why also would Latrice continue to be adamant that they were just this? You know, they were the girls, and the people wanted them to come on down, and the people
because
wanted
they was
everybody to
embarrassed that
them.
they was just honored as visitors.
That's
And
Like
how I
they were
know it
trying to
was
she,
piss her
she,
set
off.
kept, she kept trying to say like people just don't like Marie and what she do, and she really was trying to refer. I feel like she was trying to refer back to her business and her business practices,
It was a setup.
and
I think
so I think
she was trying to make sure that Marie stayed upset about it.
oh,
Mhm.
true.
But
The
But
Hamilton
I
Baby
will say,
does what they do, so it can't be that.
yeah,
mhm.
I don't know. So was the gala was it to raise? Were they trying to make money, raise money? Was it
They
just an
well, they
awareness?
wanted money.
Initially, they
Was it
wanted
just an awareness event? I don't know what it was. I will say,
it was
in
fun.
regards to walking stuff back, with the finale when Marie's mom showed that she really wanted to get her care and stuff. I, Unfortunately, I still do feel like it's a lost cause. That's just how I feel because seeing that stuff firsthand. But what I will walk back is saying that I wish that they did not have those conversations in front of what is it,
Zuri,
Zuri. I
Zuri.
said that I wish they wouldn't do all that in front of her. And I have to remember, like when I was probably her age, I saw firsthand family members dealing with that, and I think because of that, it's why I don't want to say tolerant, but I'm understandable when it comes to like different walks of lives and what people have to do and how to maneuver through certain stuff. So maybe it will be helpful for her as she grows older, and because I have to think about Marie dealt with it too, and that her whole life's work is dedicated to helping people sober up. So I will take that back, saying that I wish that they wouldn't have those conversations in front of her because maybe she is a little bit more enhanced when it comes to things like that than I probably given her credit to for her age. And hopefully it doesn't like mess her up later on down the line. But I mean, when you old enough to understand things, and I guess now I'm not saying age wise, but just maturity wise, when you're old enough to understand things, maybe it won't hurt her to know what her grandma is dealing with.
Yeah.
But I do think it's a lost cause. I'm sorry to say.
I do too. Unfortunately, it's sad, but I do think it's a lost cause. I honestly, I'm not trying to be mean or insensitive. I really just don't have any more to add on that situation. I feel like I've said all I can say about that situation.
And it's probably like for me personally, I've seen it like up close when you just
I
they
have
get
too.
they do good and they just go right back. So I
Yeah,
just that's just like I
it's the
go
cycle.
ahead, live how
I
you
still
want to
don't
live.
think that she did it because she wanted to. I still think she just felt pressure that she was on TV and had to make herself look good for trying. I still don't think that this was her rock bottom moment where she felt she had to change.
And it's also it gives me every time that they have the conversations with her, even like in the therapist's office, she's not speaking as to me. She's not speaking as somebody who just really wants change. It's like let me go ahead and just get through this to make my
Marie's
child
leading
happy.
her.
Yeah,
Marie needs her in the
yes. Let me go
conversation.
do this for Marie, and I'm gonna drop me back off to where you found me. It
But she
doesn't
loved
give
her
a peace.
daughter enough to come to that. If you need this,
Yeah,
I'm gonna come here. But baby, I'm not putting it down. I'm not.
I will
she's
say
doing
I
it.
like the tie back to it being at Marie's facility. So I did like the fact that her mom is getting treatment at her facility. Maybe that's
I
the
did too as a child to know that you could possibly help save your parents' life is just like huge. So I like it too, honestly.
But
I
if
do
if if it is unfortunate and it fails, Marie should take pride in knowing that she tried, and
I
that
did
right
maybe
everything she could do.
aside from that, she may be able to save somebody else because
because
what
if
she's
I
doing
do
is great.
because if I
So,
do something, I'm gonna feel like I'm the best at it. So if my place can't help you, it's nothing that can be done, baby.
I don't even think it's a place thing; it's a person thing. So if her mama doesn't decide to do well, then I think she should still be proud of her of what she tried to do, and even what
Yeah,
she's accomplished business wise, even though it failed probably the one patient she really wanted to help.
but you helped
But
hundreds of other
yeah,
people.
hmm
well, it's the sad reality of most people's lives, not even just black people's lives. So I do like that it's shown. I just can't watch too much of it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't watch too much of it. With that being said, what we can watch more of is Bell Collective as they have their reunion coming up. And I honestly am watching it just so I can see Marie and Latrice finally fight because I need them to get this out of their system so we can move on, have new storylines for the next season if they are renewed. With that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching us and rocking with us, all of your support over the last couple of seasons of Bell Collective, and leave us a comment and let us know what you think, as you always tend to do. And we'll be back at our regular time slot next week on Monday with the first part of the Bell Collective reunion. We hope you guys have all enjoyed your holidays. I hope everybody up here enjoyed the holidays.
I
And with
did.
that being said, we're going to go ahead and lean out, bitch. Come on.
Take care, baby.